Hey, this is Jeff again with Eva Hall of Interest, ReGuideService.com, REIGUIDESERVICE.com. So you want to be a wholesaler, and I'm going to tell you how to do it really, really fast. Here's what you do. You go out there and you do something called driving for dollars, or of course you can get some sort of expensive list with thousands of addresses on it of foreclosures, pre-foreclosures, probate, all that kind of stuff. But if you don't have that kind of money or that kind of time to waste going through the lists, then what you do is you go around, drive for dollars, find abandoned houses or a house that looks like it's got a lot of deferred maintenance, and you go and knock on the door or call them or get a hold of them somehow and negotiate a price to purchase it that accommodates for the repairs that need to be done. Then you take those repair costs and you subtract them from the total value. You subtract the percentage that they want to make. 65% of ARV minus repairs is typically where you want to be. And then you go ahead and you package all that up and you send it out and you sell it to another investor. That's it. It's wholesaling. It's just that simple. Be blessed, bless others. ReGuideService.com. Slight caveat. When you are getting the property all lined up, tied up, whatever, with the investors or with the seller, you need to do something called a contract for deed, or there's a lot of different ways you can do it depending on the area that you're in, but you basically need to get a contract because when you're wholesaling a property, you're not actually selling the property, you're selling the contract, selling the rights to buy that property. So depending on what position you're in, if you have that thing locked up tighter than a frog's behind, then what you might want to do is, that was a horrible expression. What you might want to do is you might want to go ahead and have that property all locked up tight in a contract. Because once that property is locked up tight in a contract, and it really is 65% of ARV minus repairs, that's what the contract is for. You could sell it for 75% of ARV minus repairs. That gives you 10%. If it's a $100,000 deal, that's $10,000. Not too shabby. But you also got to make sure you have accurate numbers on all your repair costs, because the last thing you want to do is be arguing with someone about the repair costs and then find out that they're right. And that's why you can't get this deal done. Also, you have a limited amount of time to find someone that has the money to buy this property. And either they're going to pay cash or however. You also got to have very, very, very accurate construction numbers. And if you don't know anything about construction, I'm not sure how you're going to get those numbers. But you should definitely have very accurate construction numbers. Also, you're going to need earnest money. You're going to need a title company, because when you have that contract, it's usually called an earnest money contract, title for deed, whatever. You're going to take that, you're going to put that at the title company, because you're going to want to make sure you can clear title, because you can't get paid until it has a clear title, because you might get a contract and then it turns out it has a lien or whatever. So don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Don't start spending that money just because you got a contract on it. Wait until that title actually clears. Also, make sure that your numbers are all accurate and fair, because most investors are going to go through and check all that stuff and make sure. So if you're elevating or devaluing, first of all, even if you get away with it and you make a little money off of them, ultimately that's going to come back, not only just like karma, but you screwed someone and they're not going to be happy about that. And they're going to try to figure out a way to get you back. Maybe they'll sue you. Maybe they'll definitely badmouth you. But you got to make sure that you are building a business, because wholesaling isn't just like a one-time thing, and there's a lot of effort put into finding buyers that are actually able to buy properties. So don't waste a lot of time on trying to screw those people. Try to build those relationships, because then you can just focus all your time on finding properties to fulfill the needs of those people. It's a complicated thing. Wholesaling is a lot, but if you want to get into it, there's a lot of stuff that you can learn on my YouTube videos. You can learn about it on my website. These things are not set up specifically for wholesalers. They're set up for investors in general, but the steps and the processes to locate a property, evaluate the property, all those things are the exact same regardless. And that information is free on my website, or you can watch one of my many, 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 many videos. Anyway, be blessed, bless others. ReGuideService.com.
ReGuideService.com.